My name is Mr. Nicholson, and today we will be going over a very fun and effective mouthpiece exercise for your saxophone. This can be put in during any time in your practice routine, and all it requires is your mouthpiece. First, before we get started, let's just make sure our mouthpiece is set up correctly. First thing that we want to look for is that there's a little bit of black on the edges of the reed there. So you can just take a peek at it, and you can move your hand if you need to see the black better, but make sure there's a little bit of black on the reed on the sides of it. Next thing you want to make sure is that the reed is centered along the ligature. Take a peek, yeah, it looks good. Then the last thing you want to look for is that the ligature screws are tight, but not too tight. This is important for a variety of reasons. The biggest reason is that by blowing on just the mouthpiece, you'll be able to tell what pitch you are producing, and that will in turn give you a big idea of what you sound like on your horn. So let's get into it. So all you do for this exercise is just put the mouthpiece up and then blow. That's it. Isn't that fun? Kind of sounds like a duck. And you can change the pitch of your mouthpiece by doing a few things. The biggest, most important thing is by adjusting the pressure that you have on your bottom lip. Remember, there needs to be some pressure, like this. If you decrease that pressure, the pitch will drop. And if you increase the pressure, the pitch will go up. So if you get a pitch that's really tight sounding, it gives you a hint that you are playing too tight, and you'll be playing, could sound something like. See how that sounds very pinched? And on the other hand, if you're playing with with not enough pressure, it could sound. If you put that on your horn, it sounds something like. So with the appropriate amount of pressure, it will sound nice and lovely. And the pitch that you'd like to get for alto is a concert A. When you're practicing, you can take your tuner, and that's an A. For tenor saxophone, you want to get a concert G. I'm a little low, see? And Barry's concert C or D. And you can play some games where you fiddle around with the pitch to give you that flexibility. So I like to, every time before I start my practice session, while I warm up, I like to do just a little game with the mouthpiece. It sounds something like this. So when I went too far down, you could tell that it cracked. That's a good time to see where you are as flexible as you can. It's really good just to lock in on that A, but it's good to be flexible with it too. You can play lots of fun games. And then when you're all done with that exercise, you can put your mouthpiece back on your horn and resume your practice session. Thank you very much.